Cool people, Dan here at Ink Drillas. So got a gentleman here, Houston Jimmy. He saw me cruising down the road and researched me up a little bit. Checked out the articles that were on us, and decided he wanted to get some work done here. A lot of different reasons. So, anyways, I'm not going to talk a lot again here. So let's talk to Houston Jimmy and see what he's about and how long he's been here and who he works for and all that stuff, man. So, hey, brother.
What's going on, folks?
Hey. So, how long you been up here, Jimmy?
This week will be 1 month I've been in North Dakota.
Right on. Now, are you going to stay up here, or are you just contracting out for a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay up here, hearing about the winters that they have. Probably till my limbs start falling off, and turning black and falling off. They ship me home, but I live about 2 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, 3 miles from the Gulf of Mexico, on the Texas Gulf Coast. So I'm about as far away from my my environment that I was raised in as you can get. So yeah, this is a stretch for me. It's something new.
Yeah, it is, man. It's definitely. And what's your job, brother?
I do non-destructive testing. I guess in layman's terms, I'm an X-ray hand.
So you guys X-ray what?
And we X-ray up here. Most of our work, of course, is related to the oil boom, pipeline, piping welds, facility piping welds. Everywhere a welder is welding a piece of pipe or on a tank or something like that, that weld has to be inspected, has to be X-rayed, checked for flaws, inconsistencies, to make sure that down the line it's not going to cause a problem. Yeah, it's not going to cause a problem. Yeah. So everybody has their niche, I guess.
I just took a picture of his logo off the truck for Ink Drillers Facebook. My one album of logos. And what's the name of your company, brother?
Global X-Ray and Testing.
Well, it's got a cool symbol to it, like an atom symbol, and I just really liked it and stuff. So
based out of Morgan City, Louisiana, is our home office. We have offices around the Gulf Coast. Mine is in Houston, Texas. That's where I live.
How long have you been working for them?
5 years, almost.
Oh,
5 years.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it. You'd think that you take a picture of a piece of pipe or a weld, that you see the same thing over and over and over. You'd be surprised how much crap you can see different. Every day's a surprise. You get to deal with people and be outside and see different things. It's pretty rewarding, pretty rewarding.
How are you dealing with the rest of life up here, because it is different.
Yeah, it's different, and it's hard to leave home whenever I was called to come up here and work. Leaving family, 2 children, and a wife, especially, when you kind of have it fall on top of your head a couple days before you catch a plane out of town that your wife has a new boyfriend. So that's something that I've had to deal with the whole time I've been up here, and things have progressed, I guess you could say. I didn't come up here to separate from her. I came up here to work for my family.
Right.
You know what I mean? And her stay home, take care of the kids. Well, evidently, she's taking care of 2 kids and a new boyfriend now. So
I give it to you, Jimmy. You're handling it well. You're keeping your world together. You're keeping your job. You have a specific job that you need your attention, and you're keeping that. And you're dealing with this, man, out of the blue. Bam! Here you go. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with all the hours, as we talked about before, everybody's working lots of hours. How many hours a day are you working?
Man, we're averaging probably between 80 and 85 hours a week. Sometimes up to 100, depending on
what's on the board.
It all runs together at some point.
It does,
you know what I mean?
Man. So imagine trying to deal with that and family personal problems when you're 1,200 miles away from home.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I guess not for Sancho back there, but I guess karma's a bitch. You know what I mean? Karma's a bitch.
So you're going to be up here a while?
Yeah, plan on being up here a while, and I guess everything happens for a reason, man. Maybe you look at the glass half empty or it's half full. I'm looking back at this being the end of something you want to hang on to or whatever. And I'm not right now. I'm not looking ahead, and maybe I don't realize it now. This may be opening the doors for something even better. And I guess you gotta kind of keep that attitude. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And go forward. You take it you can't look down the road at the way it's going to be, you know, a week from now or a month from now or whatever, because you still got that day or week in between that you got to tend the business and you got to do what you got to do. You got to keep living, man.
And talk about doors opening. You know, you're an inspector now, but you were telling me about your previous job, which was totally unrelated.
Yeah, I was a journalist, newspaper. I
What
wore, you know, like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. You know, you're not your effing khakis. You know, I wore khakis and you know, a tie, and you know, I looked like Mr. Gap every day, and went to an office and wrote articles for the newspaper for about 16 years. What I did, that was my profession. I was a journalist.
Big change, huh? We were a journalist in the
Yeah.
oil fields.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
That's the way life is.
People are people.
Yep.
You know,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And no matter, you know, I've never met a stranger, I don't think. And I guess coming up here is different. Just a melting pot of people. I think the month that I've been here in North Dakota, I honestly think I've yet to meet a resident of North Dakota.
You know, I've had a couple on my videos. And
I'm starting to wonder whether or not there's anybody left in Oregon or Washington, because everybody I've met here is from Oregon or Washington.
And Idaho. Maybe met a lot of Idaho people.
Right.
So
Well,
far.
somebody's got to take care of the groves up in the mountains, right? You know, they left a few behind. You know.
It is a total melting pot. You know, we were just talking about that earlier. You know, the Ukrainian dude, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I hear languages I'm not even sure what they're speaking.
And
You know?
and I've ran across quite a few people. I think that's the common theme here is, you know, somebody who doesn't want to tell you where they're from, or that's just something they want to keep secret. The running joke is they're from Montana. That seems, you know, that's what they throw at you. I'm from Montana. You know, I met some young lady out having a couple drinks or whatever, and she sounded like she had just got, you know, taken off of a cargo ship from Latvia. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I asked her where she was from, thinking I was going to hear, you know, Uzbekistan or something like that, and she goes, Billings, Montana. I said,
The go-to answer.
yeah. I said, really? It must be a you know, a little enclave of people there that you're right, that you know, her heritage or something. I don't know, but I just cried bullshit on that. You know, that's for sure.
I saw a cool sticker the other day. It said, Montana's full, but I hear North Dakota's nice.
Right. Found that out when I went to buy fireworks on the 4th of July. You know, they don't ask you, it says you must be 5 or older to buy fireworks, which is good, I guess. But whenever you pay, they say, are you from Montana? You know, which
Taxes.
I was tempted to say yes to see if they just took my fireworks and told me to get the hell out, you know, because being in Texas, they ask you if you're from Louisiana. That isn't always a good thing, you know what I'm saying? Or from Oklahoma or whatever. But no, it was tax purposes, and you have to get used to that, because being from Texas, you know, we have no state income tax or anything like that. You know, sales taxes are minimal or whatever. It's paradise.
And I think North Dakota here is kind of in the middle. I don't think there's a sales tax on food,
Right.
but there is on products. You
Right.
know.
They're gonna get you somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Where Montana, there's not anything, and Idaho there is, and Washington there is. And,
Right. Exactly. But I'm no different than anybody else that's made one of these videos, probably up here working or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's beautiful in a sense. It's beautiful, different than at home. You know, Texas has got a vast. It's so big that you have so many different geographic regions that you can go from tall pine forest to mountain desert, you know, desert plateaus, and South Texas brush country, North Texas, you know, and everything in between. You know, the ocean, the beach. Up here, it's beautiful nothing. You know, but it is pretty. It's
Yes.
pretty in its own way, and it's something to experience. You know, and short of going to Canada, a-hoser, you know, so I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I don't know if you're chasing money like everybody else. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that, I'm not here on sabbatical
right.
or something like that.
Right.
I'm here for the same reason everybody else is, because they're pulling that crap out of the ground.
Yep.
You know, and they got new ways to do it. You
Everything
know,
else is incidental.
right?
Just the way
Everybody
that's what
here,
it is.
everybody here hates everybody that's not from here, doesn't want them here, but got a sign out saying, "Come drill on my property."
Yeah, I was just
They want
except the
your-
farmers that are making the money, man.
They got their hands out, for your money and telling you to, you bastards. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sorry, immigrants.
Well, I'm not going to get too political here, but with like the city here, they don't want mobile vendors in the town of Williston and stuff.
Right.
Because they want to keep the money to the to the local businesses and stuff. But they're scoring so hard, man.
Well, not only that, it's like, I'm not a big drinker, but you work at the oil field, you go out with your partners and stuff like that, and I'll have a feeling usually I'm the designated driver. But I guess to make it look good for the city, and they've deemed for whatever reason they close everything down at midnight. Well, then they talk about the crime rate being high. People aren't going to go home and go to bed at midnight.
Right.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Go to New Orleans, Louisiana. The bars never close. It's 24 hours a day. It's wide open. And their crime rate isn't any worse than it is here. You know what I'm saying? You're keeping them in one spot.
Right.
It's like cattle. They leave those bars, they're going to hit the streets, and they're not going to bed. They're out
doing whatever
they do, man. It's an oil field. It's like being in Alaska at a crab boat dock. The people come here to get away. This is where the road ends. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here for that reason or whatever, but you got a front row seat to see it, because you see some crap up here, buddy. I mean, some crap. Really, you do.
And you see some cool stuff, and I'm meeting a lot of cool people, dude.
Yeah.
I really am, man. It's amazing.
It doesn't matter where you go, man. Good people are good people.
That's true. That's true. I'm just a little more surprised on a lot of the pay it forward stuff here. A lot of people are really out to help the next guy. They've been in a position getting here,
right?
And went through whatever they went through, and
everybody, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people's had that moment in their life where they were at the point to where that someone did come along who may not even have known them and done some small gesture to the person that did it. It may not have seemed like nothing. But that little thing that person did for that other person at that point in their life was what it took to get that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you see a lot of that, and you don't see a lot of it. There's a lot of it going on that you don't see.
Yeah, and that's,
you know what I mean.
And that's why
people only want to see the worst.
Yeah.
Of what they're, it's like coming here, people are like, oh, Williston. And, I mean, coming from Texas, I came up here with my 6 guns and cowboy hat, ready to meet out in front of the saloon in a dusty street, for a shootout after drinking a bottle of unmarked whiskey. It's not like that at all. And the trouble comes in all forms. You go looking for it, and you put yourself in positions, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all the underbelly of society is going to follow the money.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with that and sort through it. But as long as you're up here doing your job, what you're supposed to be doing, then you don't have time for that kind of stuff.
And that's the common denominator, is everybody's here to make money and do their damn job. They're all here to work their butts off.
That's exactly
and
right.
So like it says, they've worked themselves up the ladder. They've slept in their truck to get here, and everybody sees that everybody else is doing that exact same thing.
Down the road from where I stay at a truck stop, that parking lot stays full, and I see the same vehicles, and some of them even pull into the motel where I stay at night and park. People are living in their cars.
Yes.
People living in their cars, living on side roads up here, and by night, by day, they're not. You don't know that. That's what they're doing. You know what I mean? They're sleeping in their cars at night. I've done it before. Not not being homeless, but certain situations in your life or whatever where you just couldn't go home that night.
Mm-hmm.
The nights, and for whatever reason, and it's a bad feeling when you don't have some place to go. That's a bad feeling, and I feel sorry for people. But at the same time, I'm a firm believer that things like that in your life that you go through make you stronger, make you appreciate when you do have something. That you don't have to have a 10-bedroom house and a Porsche 911 to be happy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes all you need to be happy is just you.
Yeah.
You can't make anybody happy until you like yourself. So you can't go around being mad at yourself about stuff. You're the only person that has the power to change it. Nobody's going to give nothing to you. There's nothing free in this world. Nothing's free. Somebody tries to give you something for free, watch out, 'cause there's a price, right? You know,
The hidden one.
right? Like them magazines or them CDs. They're not free. Not at all. Not at all. The only thing free is the cheese sample at the grocery store or the grapes you sneak out of the vegetable aisle.
And they have an expectation. Oh yeah, the other one, the grapes.
Right.
But the cheese people got an expectation. You're gonna buy the cheese.
Exactly. 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 But I have gone to the grocery store and made a meal out of those pepperoni, summer sausages, and cheeses before. You know what I mean? I sure have.
So, besides the money, what do you think's the best thing up here that you've encountered so far in your month?
That's cool, dude. The mobile tattoo parlor. So the best thing up here, man. My I don't know what I call her. My wife. My wife brought my kids up here,
All right.
and I was able to show them, go around and look at some of the the sites around here and the limited time I had off or whatever. But I think the best thing up here, the people that everybody complains about. The people overall, the people here are nice people.
Yep.
They're good people. You know what I'm saying? And really, I guess the best thing about it is that this North Dakota's given a lot of people a chance to do something with their lives. I personally believe that if you're unemployed and sitting around wanting a handout up here right now,
Yeah.
or anywhere where they're producing oil, then you don't want to work.
Yep.
So don't bitch and gripe about people from other countries coming in and taking jobs and stuff like that. They're only doing it because the people here don't want to work,
Yeah.
or they think that their time is more valuable than what they're getting compensated for.
Which is hard to believe up here.
Listen, a dollar earned honest is better than nothing. You can never fault somebody for what they make at their job because they're working and they're earning it, and it's theirs. So, you know what I mean? Whether you make $40 an hour doing inspection or whatever, you know what I mean? Or you're making $4 an hour, it don't matter. You're earning your money and you're out going to work and you're showing that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're trying to do something. So, like yourself, dude. That's why I said. I mean, this is a cool story about your RV and stuff.
Thank you.
And you can say it's an older mobile home. That doesn't have I don't even see that, dude. I don't see an older mobile home. You know what I mean? I see it's like a piece of art.
Thank you.
It's art itself. Your tattoo studio, where you do art, is art. You're doing art in art that you created. It's from the ground up, dude. It's cool as crap.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Thank you very much.
You could perform open heart surgery back there,
Nice
or
and
give a
clean.
Swedish massage.
People keep asking for the stripper pole, man, but I can't do it.
I could get you one. That's one thing about Williston, North Dakota. You can get whatever. It's here.
Yeah, or it's
You
on
don't-
its way.
It's here. It's on a hot shot truck from Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or coming in from the Bunny Ranch in Las Vegas. That's for sure.
Anything you want to tell the people out there about the Bakken area, or
Keep rocking the Bakken, baby. Isn't that it?
Bakken.
I missed the Great White concert. It was in town.
Yeah, it was only Jack, the lead singer.
Yeah, but he's still singing. Once
He's
bitten,
still
twice
singing
shy.
greats. Yes, yes.
You know what I mean?
I happen to have been lucky
I
enough.
just would stay away from the pyrotechnics.
Yes, I actually got lucky enough to tattoo Audi, the original drummer.
Really?
So I was excited when I saw it, and then I was unexcited when I saw it was just Jack.
I saw Eddie Money about a year and a half ago in Baytown, Texas, where I live. He had done a show at some bicentennial park, like third rate.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I saw him in a motel lobby, like at a Best Western, in a pair of sleeping pants, tube socks, and slip-on sandals with a white T-shirt, drinking coffee, and he looked just like a pizza delivery guy. But I remember I'd seen him years ago.
Everybody talks about what a nice guy Eddie Money is.
He was a
and
cop. He was a New York City cop
Is that
before he
right?
hit it big.
I heard his
Yeah,
dad.
Take
was a
Me
cop.
Home Tonight and all those songs.
Yeah.
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 Those were the days.
Well, thank you very much,
Appreciate it,
Houston
man.
Jimmy.
We'll
Really
be
appreciate it.
making follow-up videos, future sessions.
And we didn't even talk about your tattoo, actually.
No,
Let's take
we'll
a couple extra seconds here, you guys.
I got a
like
cool
you got
skull.
something else to
I got
do.
a cool skull, some demons. Yeah.
We did. We blasted a big old cool skull on him, and it has fish hooks and a banner running through it.
Right. No
Oh.
demons or anything.
No demons and stuff.
No demons or anything like that.
But I'll post it on Facebook. It took us about 3 hours, and Yeah.
Right?
You guys will be able to check it out here real soon.
Worth every penny that I paid for it. Every penny.
Dropping my phone.
It was well worth it. Well worth it. The quality of the work, the time spent with the artist himself,
Yeah.
and in fact, he may have kept me from getting on an airplane and going home and
Doing
taking
something.
care of an old Sancho Texas style.
A new problem.
Right? Right? No, maybe he might. She's his new problem.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the sad thing. He'll lose her the same way you got her, right?
Yeah.
If you do that, if you're doing that with somebody while you're still married to somebody else, don't be mad whenever that happens to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Karma is a bitch. It sure is. Thank y'all, folks.
Thank you again, Jimmy.
No problem.
You guys have a good one. Thanks for checking out Ink Drillers interviews, and I'll do another one as soon as possible. All right, when I find another cool guy like this. Peace.